Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, dear colleagues. I am very pleased to say a few words of introduction to this keynote lecture by my colleague and friend Pierre Talley. So this keynote lecture that Pierre Talley will present to us this evening. And I'm also happy to underline how happy our institution is to host this international symposium organized by Chloé Ragazoli and Khaled Hassan, and all the speakers who honored us with their participation. So this conference is certainly representative of what the IFAO is and aims to be. It is first of all a co-organization between French and Egyptian colleagues based on fieldwork collaboration between these researchers, Chloé and Khaled, both being driven, like many others here, by the insatiable quest for lost graffiti. It is also a symposium that combines two strong traditions of the IFAO, philology and archaeology, driven by a tradition of excellence, whose great names are obviously Posner, Czerny, Sonneron. The IFAO has made the publication of new text one of its trademarks. But the IFAO teams have also been constantly searching for new text in new places, from the Libyan oasis to the eastern desert or the Sinai. And this approach, which moves away from the usual centers of production of Egyptian text, has proved to be extremely productive. So as it will be shown this evening, some Egyptian papyrus, which are now among the most famous due to their exceptionally ancient date, were discovered far away in a gallery in Wadi al-Jarf on the Red Sea, so very far away from the Pyramid of Cheops. The theme of the Claymore from the Past conference shows in itself the perfect conjunction of these two approaches, the textual approach and the archaeological approach. And as the researchers who have recently promoted the study of secondary epigraphy have shown, the text of this graffiti cannot obviously be interpreted without their context. On the contrary, this graffiti reveals the interaction between their authors and the places in which they evolve. And as it was recalled this morning, the graffiti interact with their support, and the support is part of the message. There are also meta-discourses on the previous monumental discourses and can be seen as interpretations of them. So the philological and archaeological study of the text now leads us to an anthropological approach to the writing process, and this is also what makes the richness of the study program that was recently launched in cooperation between Sorbonne University and the IFAO with the support of the Institut Universitaire de France, and Florence Albert, scientific member of the IFAO, who co-directs this program with Chloé Ragazoli, will tell us more about this program now. And finally, I would like to reiterate my welcome to you at the Munira Palace, and wish you a very fruitful colloquium. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. So this colloquium acts as a bridge between two activities. So it concludes the work undertaken by Chloé Ragazoli and Khaled Hassan on graffiti, and launches a new program on writings that spans activities carried out within the framework of the graffiti project, but that aims to broaden the approaches and the fields of activity. The program concentrates on Egyptian writings, on the way in which they were used by the Egyptian, the way in which they contribute to speech, and on their different registers of use. Above and beyond their content, texts are material and graphic objects that bear witness to intellectual, cultural, and social practices. From an historical and an anthropological point of view, the Écriture program aims to explore the non-linguistic elements of Egyptian writing and their semantic value. The challenge here is to understand how the Egyptians used writing to convey their idea, but also what the means of redaction and layout of a text tells us about its author and its environment. The work on graffiti in the Theban tombs has led to the assembly of a corpus whose study allows these epigraphic artifacts to be placed in a social context and to bring to light different writing practices in the New Kingdom. Furthermore, the extension to Middle Egypt has made it possible to extend this inquiry to other graphic registers and other periods. But this consideration on graffiti and secondary epigraphy can be extended to other textual genres and other supports. The idea being to exploit the wide range of writing practices in different usage contexts to examine the applications and understand the intent. This program is part of a trend towards the consideration of literary practice, on the writing culture and on the ritual value and symbolic cost of writings. Its objective, building on several distinctive corpus, is to replace the text in a chaîne opératoire, bringing into play actors, savoir-faire, and the social and historic context. The program combines fieldworks, publication of sources, and scientific events around 4 themes of research. The first one concerns graffitis and secondary epigraphy, of course. So the areas under exploration are the Theban tombs of Middle Egypt and of the Theban necropolis, which offer coverage of the practices from the Old to the New Kingdoms. From next year, the secondary epigraphy of later periods will also be studied, thanks, as an example, to the setting up of a study of the case coming from the TT36 of Ibi at Thebes. It will record and study the examples from this tomb, which show the role of the monument in the diffusion of text and the circulation of models in the post-Theban context. The second point concerns personal writings. So the use of manuscript and cursive writings, particularly so in the case of hieratic, changes depending on context, supports, and types of text. This variation conveys meaning and thus let us identify specific frames of reception, groups and communities of practice, and different fields of competence. Deir el-Medina will serve in this case as a veritable laboratory, this study being in close collaboration with other research partners of the program, such as the Ramses project of the University of Liège or the Ostaka Literaire program of the IFAO. The idea is to make Écriture a sort of platform of exchange on personal writings of the West Bank, where data can be shared and results compared. The third point concerns graphic registers. So the same text can be used at different moments and places and on different supports. It can equally be copied with the help of different writing as hieroglyph or hieratic. This use illustrates the process of graphic accommodation and the skills put to work by the writers at the moment they make copy. Their examination gives perspective on the variety of writing practices and their symbolic value. An element of this study will concentrate in particular on the case on funerary texts, which illustrates this deployment of registers. The work on graphic register will be implemented with paleographic studies on hieroglyph and hieratic writings, developed in collaboration, for example, with other programs, such as the IFAO program Paleography Hieroglyphic, and we hope to contribute actively to the ACU project of the Mainz University, offering a palette of hieratic uses with the sources we are working on it. These approaches and this corpus let us anchor the program in both documents and practices that are brought to light. These different cases of studies will therefore give wider insight into scholars and communities which have produced and read the text, on the scriptural knowledge and on their formalization. This last transversal theme is an highlight of the program about which our various inquiries reach. The program will therefore follow a back and forth between fields and resulting questions. The first one will provide case of studies for the second ones, but the second ones will be tested at the same moment as data is gathered in. Meetings will be organized each year on themes combining the various actions carried out by the program. A first journée d'études on graphic register will take place in Paris next September. Seen as a practical introduction to the program, its objective is to pose the question raised by the different graphic registers adopted in Egyptian writing. It should prompt examination of the representation and functions associated with the graphic visuality of writings. So, what is the meaning of the different graphic registers that one can observe in writing, and in what contexts they are used? The different case studies undertaken, for example, arms and panography, ritualized writings, monumentalization of cursive writings, etc., will let us compare uses and contemplate their respective semiotic value. The program is inserted and partly financed by the 5-year research project supported by the Institut Universitaire de France, led by Chloé Ragazoli, Lire entre les lignes, les pouvoirs de l'écriture en Égypte ancienne. It gains a multidisciplinary approach by close liaison with the CNRS, UMR Orient et Méditerranée, and the project Les Spectacles d'écriture, the evaluation of writing practices in Egypt being carried out from IFAO. Our hope, thanks to the partner institution and researcher in the program, is regularly to prompt new thinking and widen the field of activity via meetings and joint initiatives. A colloquium will conclude the 5 years of this program with objective, beyond that of promoting the study of corpus of selected sources, is to describe in a systematic manner the non-linguistic element of Egyptian writing. This should take place in the form of publications, field studies, and joint activities. The aim being to compile a repertoire of graphic and visual tools that will contribute, besides its linguistic content, to the determination of the meaning of a text. Thank you for your attention.